This is a tutorial on how to send messages in LSS. When you first sign into LSS, your desktop home screen is going to display any messages that you've received. And as we can see here, Dr. Test has just that one. Now we'll show you how to send these messages. Here we are in a patient record, and the New Note tab is over here on the side panel. And this is the messaging tool. When you decide to create a new note, the patient info is displayed on the top, and the note details are displayed on the bottom. You can edit the patient contact info on the top using the blue Edit button. Basic contact info can be seen and edited in here. As for the priority of the note, when we click the blue Edit button, you can set the priority to Stat, Urgent, Routine, or None. As a default, the priority is going to be set to Routine. Now we'll look at the note description. If you want to type in a new note description, such as My Note or a note with a very specific title, you can type it into the note description line and press Enter. Or, if you prefer, you can click on one of the preloaded note descriptions. For this one, we will set it as General Request. Next, we will set the date for the note. One thing to know with the date is if you don't want to type in the full date, you can simply type in T to enter the current date. Or you can type in T minus a number to enter the current date minus that number of days. And you can also add days using T plus. And with time for the note, the difference is instead of using the letter T, you use N. So we'll type N to enter the current time. Setting provider, we can search provider by using the page numbers or by searching in the text box so that the provider name automatically populates. For now, we're going to clear that and leave the provider blank so we can illustrate something here in a little bit. Setting a location works the same as setting a provider, so we'll skip that for now. Now onto the Route To tab. This routes a fully editable version of the note to whomever you route your note. What we can also do here in the Route To tab is file directly to a patient record. This allows you to create a new note for the patient and file it in their medical record without routing the note through any individual or department. Confidentiality allows you to set the confidentiality of your note, and it defaults as No. CC Provider allows you to forward a view-only version of your note to another provider. As for the message content itself, we'll click the Edit button and it brings up this text box where you can dictate or type the message content. If you don't want to dictate or type your own note, you can select from the preloaded texts by clicking the Get Text button. This brings up all of the preloaded note types, and as we type in the search box, the selections are narrowed down. In here, you can also add favorites if you only select a few types of preloaded text each time. So if we wanted to add 2 of these top ones to our favorites, we click on them, and then click Add Favorites. Now say we don't want one of these as a favorite, simply click it, and then click the Remove Favorite button. Now that we have most of our note details populated, we can see that our Save button down here is still grayed out. The reason for this is that in order to send a message, you have to first fill all of the message requirements. The ones that are required are marked by an asterisk. So since we left provider blank, we'll go ahead and type in our test doctor's name. And now we can see that the Save button is no longer grayed out. So the last step is to send out the message using the Save button. And that's really all there is to sending messages in LSS.